Good afternoon, content creator. Mary Ann's here. I have prepared this video for you guys. I hope you all like it and enjoy it. Now, before I dive into it, I would like to make a point. A lot of content creators make Umar Johnson video, but what I want to tell you, they're bringing you secondhand information, which they add their spin to it, add their creativity, which is good. Some does an excellent job at it, and some not so well. I want to change my format. I want to bring you guys event on Umar Johnson, and I want to pair it with an image, with images, or a video. The reason why I have so many photos, they feel like they're endless, and the videos are many. I feel by giving you a verbal account of an Umar Johnson event and pairing it with a photograph and pairing it with a moving video will help my viewer grasp and understand the point that I'm trying to make across. If at the end you guys like this format, my channel member, please feel free, leave your comment, like, and hype the video. For some of you, if this is your first time, at the end of the video, I invite you to like, subscribe, and hype the video. And please also leave a comment and tell me, how do you like this new format that I'm embarking on? So let's dive into this. Umar Johnson was asked to be a guest speaker at a Maryland event 2 weeks after he negotiated with this Black-owned restaurant event center, which is very well known in the Maryland area, which is frequented by a lot of African American. They're a very successful business. He reached out to 3 individuals, myself and 2 others, to ask us if we would be able to help him work the event. Now, keep in mind, none of us got paid for this. Our time was freely given. Let me backtrack before I continue. When he negotiated with them, they paid him as the keynote speaker. Now, at the time, his price was $3,000, word on the street. So I have to say allegedly, because at the time of negotiation, I was not present with Umar and the event center's owner when they agreed on what to pay him. When he accepted the offer, his money was sent to him, was already at hand before the event even took place. So when he reached out to us, which the event center did an amazing job, they sold it out within 2 weeks. He reached out to us and he wanted to know our schedule, if we were able to commute and help with this event. Now, mind you, all 3 of us were from a different state. We were not from Maryland. We got ourselves there. That was our financial responsibility, and we did not get paid. Again, we gave our help freely. Him being this pillar in the conscious community and us being part of the community, we felt honored and were willing and eager to help. And keep in mind, at the time, I was working with him to do this documentary, which fell by the wayside, but I did end up doing a movie with him, Awaken, which most of you have seen. Now, when the 3 of us arrived, I already knew the young man from the community, and I've worked with him on other events. It was the first time that I met her. Lovely individual. We all had a good time. We all connected. We did something prior to the event, just to get the vibe going. When you do an event for Umar Johnson, you have 3 rules. Very basic, very simple. He always keeps things basic and simple. He put the young man at the door to get an accurate count of everyone who entered that event. I remember vividly having this conversation with him with the other 2. I said, well, why do you want him at the door? It's a sold out event. And besides, you don't get that money that they're paying to come see you. They've already paid you. I was just trying to understand the logic of why he was doing this. And his response to us is like, I need to know how much money they made off of me, and that's a way to keep me informed of my worth, which makes sense. And he said if they ever invite him to speak again, he gets an idea of the geographic, meaning like how they can pack a room, and he could negotiate his price. So that made sense, at least to me, and I think to the other two. My job was placed on the table. I was responsible for the book. Every event he has, he brings his book. He has 2 self-published books. The young lady responsibility was to work the merchandise. Now, every event he had, the books are present. It's always paired with a merchandise. It's either a t-shirt, a sweatshirt. At one point he had a tumbler. This time it was a long sleeve Nat Turner shirt. Now, there was 67 long sleeve Nat Turner shirt that was sold for $350. Each of us got a Nat Turner shirt. Let me tell you why. You get a freebie. You could either choose a book or choose a merchandise. I chose to get a Nat Turner long sleeve shirt, so did the both of them. The reason why, I've worked other events for him. I've already had 2 of his books signed from him. So her job was to sell the Nat Turner long sleeve t-shirt. There were 70 t-shirts sold out, $50 per shirt. Now, all together for the merchandise, that's $6,850. That is factual. I was there, we talliated, and then we put the money in the bag of zipper that he gives you, which you turn into him. And there's no confusion. He gives you 67 books. You sell 67 books. You give account of cash for 67 books. If he gives you 70 shirts, you sold all 70 shirts, you give account for 70 shirts. Now, there's no crime that's committed. He provides a merchandise, book, a shirt, and people like it, you pay for it. Everybody. I always encourage people, always have a side hustle. There's nothing wrong with that. And these people have an establishment. They invited him as a guest speaker. He obliged, he accepted the invitation. They paid him his cash, no crime there. This is where we get into murky water. This is where it gets a little shady. Now, the event was pumped. The event was exciting. You had different merchants that was there. People were happy. It was a lovely establishment. And I'm not going to lie to you. I shared with you guys, once he is on that stage with that microphone, he will give you a show. He have the gift of black. He will give you a show. He will entertain you. That $50 they paid to come in that event, you got your $50 worth. He goes on and on and on. This is where we get into murky water. At the end of the event, before the event people come to the mic, he thanks everybody, and then he gives you that heartfelt reaching out for FDMG. He's gonna save our black boys. He's gonna change the landscape of education for black children in America. If you had your last dollar, you're in there, the room is charged, I guarantee you would give Umar your last dollar. This is our second tab. Now keep in mind, one worked the door, 2 of us worked the table. Our second tab, any of you who've been to church, y'all know the format. When they're collecting offering, you get the little thing, you collect the money. So, as he made that heartfelt plea for FDMG, he's like, my helper from the community is gonna come around. Y'all give I'm building this school. I need y'all to help me build this school. I know y'all can't. He gives you the Jordan, the hair extension. He just gives them guilt, like, give me your money. I deserve the money because I'm going to save our children. And we go around, we collect the money. That's our second task. Our third task is we go to the back. Now, let me backtrack. When he comes, he gets a room in the back. We don't go back there with him. We are assigned what to do. So we're doing what we have to do while he's preparing before he comes on stage. While he's in the back room, this is where he collects his thought. This is where he goes over his notes before he comes out. Before those that invite him make this grand introduction, and he comes out and gives the lecture that he's paid for. Now, after we do the FDMG collection, that room that I just explained to you where he regroups before he comes out for the lecture, the three of us go back there with the cash. I have a little bucket, she does, and so does he. We go there, we each sit down, and this is his rule. You count what's in your bucket. He gives you a blank piece of paper. When we get back there, it's there with a pen. You put your name, the amount, you put it in that yellow envelope. I don't want to try to say the name and give them jokes. Each person write their name on the white sheet of paper, write what you counted, talliated, and then with the computer, calculator, my apology, we add each, my paper, his paper, her paper, we put all three of the paper in a bag that has a zipper, and we neatly put the cash together and put it, zip it, and someone handed to him. That evening, we counted between the three of us $2,000 facts. All together, between the merchandise that we sold for him and the collection for FDMG, that's $8,850 cash and credit card too, because he has this little thing he gives us. You swipe the credit card. That's how much he made for a 5-hour event. Now, the $6,850, that's fine. He provided merchandise, he got paid for it. He was invited as a guest speaker, he got paid for it. What is Mercury? What gets funny is that $2,000, which accumulate from different events. Now, when he was popping, he was doing 4 events per month. And then when he gets on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever platform, hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App, and what's the other one? He had another one. So no one has accountability of the money he collected for FDMG. And the problem, when I say we get to murky water, he's been promising this school for a decade now, and this school has not come to fruition. This school, he gave us this wonderful grand announcement. Everything is done. Renovation is finished. He's going for his occupancy of certificate. The school will open the year 2027. Well, I promise you guys, I will be soldier at hand, waiting to see if 2027 will be the year that FDMG open. I hope you like this video, and if you all saw Awaken and the movie, a lot of people say, Marianne, why did you have that prolonged scene with everybody taking picture with him? Well, to tell you, I wanted to give you guys a glimpse of his life. It's not his whole life, but a glimpse to understand. After that, it's picture everybody. He has stamina. I kid you not. There were about 80 people at the event. 80 people at the event. He took picture with everybody who was willing to stand in line and take a picture with him. And I have to tell you, they got their money worth. They got entertained. they bought merchandise, and a lot of them on their cell phone went with a picture of Umar as souvenir. So I gave you a breakdown how in one single event, factually, he made $8,850. Okay, and this is considered money under the table. This is money this man ain't probably even paying tax on. What is disturbing is that $2,000 that he collected for FDMG, and he can't give us a date on when this school would open. He can't give us clarity or transparency on what's going on, where the process for FDMG is. I don't think one teacher has even been hired. I hope you guys like this video. I hope it was informative. I hope you like the style. When I bring an Umar video, I will pair it with images or with a live video. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing me love. I appreciate each and every one of my channel members. Like I said, if this is your first time here at this channel, you enjoy this video, you like this format, you want to see more, please like, subscribe, and give me a hype. Thank you, Marianne here. Until next time, bye-bye.